So what happens when you take three of America's most legendary V8s and line them up on a drag strip? Well, today we're going to find out. We are breaking down an incredible race from the folks at CarWow to see what really happens when the talking stops and the flag drops. Okay, let's get right into it. In one corner, you've got the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. In another, the Chevrolet Corvette Z06. And in the third, the absolutely infamous Dodge Demon. All of them have massive V8 engines. All of them are rear-wheel drive. So the question is pretty simple, right? When the lights go out, who's the fastest over a quarter mile? All right, before a single tire turns in anger, let's take a look at the stats. You know, this is the tale of the tape, where the battle is fought on paper. And honestly, this right here sets the stage for everything that's about to happen. Now, what's so cool here is how different these cars really are. You've got the Mustang, with its classic 5-liter V8, making a healthy 507 horsepower. Then the Corvette steps things up big time with a super high-revving 5.5-liter V8 cranking out 670 horsepower. And then there's the Demon. It's got a monstrous 6.2-liter V8, but it's also got a supercharger bolted to it, pushing out an insane 819 horsepower. 3 totally different ways to build American muscle. And wow, this chart really tells the story, doesn't it? The Demon is just in a different universe on paper. It has over 140 horsepower more than the Corvette and more than 300 horsepower over the Mustang. I mean, based on this number alone, it should walk away with this no problem. But is raw power really everything? Let's find out. Okay, on to our first test, a rolling race. They're going to start from 50 miles an hour. Now, this is important because it pretty much takes traction issues off the table. This is a pure test of horsepower, gearing, and aerodynamics. Let's see what these engines can really do when they're already moving. But even from a roll, things got wild. The driver in the Mustang, Sam, said the car literally tried to swap ends, to spin completely around when he floored it. And the Demon, even with a rolling start, it just couldn't handle its own power. It was just lighting up its tires, going sideways down the track. So the result was kind of shocking, actually. Even with way less power than the Demon, the Corvette Z06 just smoked them both. It just hooked up and took off like a rocket. This was our first huge clue that having a ton of power doesn't mean a thing if you can't actually use it. And now for the main event. This is what we're all here for. A classic, standing start, quarter-mile drag race. This is the ultimate test. It's all about that launch, managing traction, and getting every last horsepower to the pavement. And you are not gonna believe this. The two most powerful cars, the ones with these super advanced computer-controlled launch systems, they completely fell on their face. The computers got confused, cut the power, and they bogged down horribly. Meanwhile, the Mustang, with zero launch control, just relying on the driver's foot, it absolutely nailed the start. Best launch of the three. Isn't that wild? And if you really want to understand just how badly the Demon struggled, just listen to this. The driver, Matt, actually got out and paced off how long his tire marks were. 90 pieces. That is almost the entire length of a football field of just useless wheel spin. All smoke and noise going nowhere fast. And yeah, the final results tell the whole messy story. Even with that bad start, the Corvette just had so much grip and power that it reeled everyone in and took the win. The Mustang's incredible launch got it a surprise second place, and the Demon, the most powerful car by a mile, finished dead last. So after two completely different races, a rolling start and a standing start, one car just dominated. When all the tire smoke finally cleared, there was a very clear champion. And there you have it. The undisputed winner of this American V8 brawl is the Chevy Corvette Z06. It won both races, and honestly, it wasn't even close. It was just the most effective, most consistent car out there. So what was the Corvette's secret sauce? Well, it just found that perfect sweet spot. See, it wasn't about having the most power, it was about being able to use the power it had. That high-revving, naturally aspirated V8 was just so much more predictable and easier to control than the Demon's explosive, supercharged engine. It could find grip where the other cars just couldn't. You know, this whole race leaves us with one big final thought. It proves that what you see on a spec sheet, especially a giant horsepower number, it really doesn't tell the whole story. And it makes you ask a pretty fundamental question. In the real world, does brute force ever really beat a smarter, more balanced approach to speed?